Hello, everybody. The time is finally here. The Near Digital Collective elections, the biggest DAO global decentralized elections for the any layer one is happening now. It has launched today and it extends for 2 weeks where verified humans can vote for the House of Merit, the Transparency Commission, and the Council of Advisors. And I made this video to educate people. You can vote more than just once. And you could vote for, well, you could vote for more than just one person, and you can vote for more than just me. And there's been a lot of OGs in the space that have emerged and are getting part of these governance processes. And this has been something that's been actually relatively difficult to get product founders and people who are really deep in this space to get involved in this process. But people are stepping up. And I wanted to give flowers to people I've worked with or I've admired that are running and give a little bit about their background. And so just some clarity on the elections, neardc.org/elections. Here is a guide for voters. And so first you need to check your verified voter status. There are people on the blacklist who may have been associated with like the RC elections or whatever. I'm not part of the blacklisting or whitelisting. All I gotta say is go to iamhuman.app and you can view whether you're on the gray list, the white list, or the blacklist. And for blacklist people, sucks for you. You can't vote, you got to appeal. And there's going to be a form for that in the neardc.org/election UI. If you're unverified on the gray list, actually a lot of people are, you have to bond 300 near, which is over $300. I don't check the price. However, this gets, if you're not suspected of any wrongdoing, a bond is basically like, I mean, it's like posting bond. Once the election's over, you can actually reclaim your bond and get your money back in 2 weeks. And so go to neardc.org/election. You first agree to the fair voter policy. Then you mint the fair voter NFT. And then once you have that NFT, you basically go and you vote house by house. Like this is kind of unclear here. Like made a tweet on this. So for every house you vote once. There are four different on the contract. They show up as proposals. There's four different proposals. There is the House of Merit, where there are 15 seats. And because there are 15 seats, this means you can vote for up to 15 unique candidates. You cannot vote for one candidate twice, and you don't have to use all 15 of your votes. However, when you select your candidates, you only cast the vote once. So once you say you voted for me in the Council of Advisors, and you also want to vote for Marique, and you also want to vote for Jordan, like if you voted for me and just casted me and you didn't use your other 6 votes and you like casted that, like you cannot go back and edit your vote or add votes on top of that. Once you vote for that house for your select number of candidates, up to 7 for the Council of Advisors, up to 7 for the Transparency Commission, up to 15 for the House of Merit, you have casted your vote. So when you're voting house by house, make sure you know who you want to vote for and utilize your vote. There's so many people running. There's over 100 candidates running. There's only around 7 + 7, 14, 29 seats. And there are a bunch of qualified candidates. And even in my top list of people, there are people I love in the ecosystem and people I know are completely qualified. I don't have enough votes. So say I onboarded you into the space and I told you, hey, vote for me in the Council of Advisors, vote for 6 people as well. Like there are qualified people. Be informed about who you're voting and yeah, check out their nomination platform. And so I am human.app, log in, check your voter status. It's very important here. And so here is what the election UI looks like. I can actually vote because I'm not a human. I'm not giving the GWG my face. They've been wanting my face for a long time. I was actually on a video call with Illuminifty, and you know how they have like backgrounds. Some people use like virtual backgrounds. Some people have their real backgrounds. Well, he had his real background and actually had a bunch of like molds of faces all around. And then I went to the I Am Human app and then I saw a number go up, and in the background like literally another mold of a face appeared. So yeah, they got some weird face fetish stuff going on. So I'm not giving y'all my face, but they've been trying to get it. But some of y'all already gave your face, so you're voters. So it's too late. But you need to be a verified human, and that's why you can't see this in the UI. I'm an OG, but not a human. I'm actually the first bot running for office. And so yeah, so in here you'll actually see a checkbox of like who you can vote for, and then you can cast that vote here. And so yeah, there are 40 candidates for the Council of Advisors. I think like 60 something for the House of Merit, and there are only 15 seats. The House of Merit has the most seats. They actually are in charge of the proposals that's come in and approving funding. Council of Advisors have veto power, and Transparency Commission can like basically take in requests. If you're like, hey, uh, you're a part of Blunt Out, when you approved $100,000 Blunt Out package, you would put that in the Transparency Commission, and they would essentially issue a complaint and like formal consequences against the other houses as well. And so there are 38 candidates, only 7 spots. So I'm going to take this moment to actually highlight candidates. Also, one more thing, a budget package, it is just a document that you approve that yeah, it's like just to set a package, you would just approve yes, no, or you abstain. This is proposal number 4. So this isn't anyone actually running. This is like literally you approving a document. And so, yeah, nomination for upvotes. Shout out to Vadim. He is running. He is one of the people I want to give flowers to. But this is for verified humans on the whitelist to upvote to give an indication before the elections have started of who favors who. This does not emulate the real election, because in the real election, you have n number of votes. In here, you can upvote as many people as possible. So you have people like Blaze who literally upvotes everybody. And this is an indication of who actually is voting, or nor does it have impact on the elections. The actual, like, this is irrelevant. If you want to support your candidate, this is just a social cue to whoever's actually like getting support. But the actual, and this is also good because there's sometimes indexing issues with the nomination platform, and like this kind of works better in my opinion to show all the candidates, and then the upvote button goes to the nomination platform. So this is kind of a better aggregation of nomination platforms if you want to do your research there and kind of rank based on what the community has said is like I upvote. So this is a good tool in that respect, but it does not actually reflect elections. And so out of here, I'm very deep in the ecosystem. I'm involved with almost every stakeholder here. I I love them all. I have people that I'm completely supporting and telling people to vote for, but I want to take this moment to give flowers to the OGs who are stepping up and that really brought me into this space, and I really work with and I respect and I admire. But if you want to actually vote for them, go to the election page, cast your vote, be strategic. You can save, you can bookmark candidates, and you can save them later. But make sure when you actually cast your vote, you have done your research about all candidates and their final. And so here's some, I'm just gonna go kind of just by the list on people I absolutely admire. And first, Chloe, like she put me on. She put me on. I run the DAO builder groups right now, and she actually is the one who put me on to Astro DAO for the first time. She's constantly onboarding people into Marmon. She's been doing great work at Mint Base. She basically started Creatives DAO and the whole movement there in the Create Base movement. She is an absolute OG, always building. And yeah, I love working with her. So definitely go and check her out. Vadim, and actually let me go to their platforms. Vadim is an absolute OG. This is his widget right now. Like I wouldn't even be able to have this view without him. He is a dev. He was DevRel at Near Inc. and a dev at Proximity, and he is one of the guys really pushing out boss components, but who's been here from the start, a real dev OG. And I highly recommend that you vote for him. He would be a great candidate for House of Merit. And it's important to realize in the House of Merit, a lot of people are going to be putting proposals to build on Near. It's important that we have not only founders who can assess the feasibility of these proposals, but devs who can do technical due diligence. And I trust Vadim on achieving that. Then there's Vlad. Vlad Vlad put me on to a lot. I absolutely love him. He is one of the co-founders of Human Guild. He was one of the OG near devs in the basement when this was all starting. He is the founder of Web4, which is essentially Boss before it was Boss. And yeah, he also put me on to Meteor Wallet, and he is a blunt out OG, and I highly recommend that you vote for him. Another strong dev. Then moving on to another OG dev, the inventor of Boss, the inventor of Near Social, one of the core devs at Near, one of the core devs at Proximity, Mob.Near Eugene the Dream. If you're not voting for him, like I don't like, and you believe in Boss, you don't believe in Boss because this man is the boss. And so yeah, going next on the list, my partner in crime, but we don't do crimes, Cameron Dennis. He is one of the OG ecosystem BD people at Near Foundation. He onboarded most of the integration partners. He onboarded like a quarter of projects into the Near ecosystem. And yeah, he's right now as the CEO of Banyan Collective. I was the chief of staff for him. I'm now on a decentralization role. But he is not only out here onboarding stakeholders, but he's literally doing the work, doing the thing. Like I can't tell you how many times where we're throwing hackers' houses all around the United States, and we're actually the ones cleaning the floor, doing the things, getting the food on the ground, doing the work. He's still doing it. And yeah, he's also been here very early on at Pagoda, at Near Foundation, started Blockchain Acceleration Foundation, like seeded a bunch of the blockchain clubs you see today. So yeah, gotta love him. Community builder, founder, gotta love it. Shout out to Alan. Alan is a dev. He founded Open Web Academy. They're the ones doing the most community work, DevRel and education in Mexico, in Latin America. He's also on the Metapool team. He's been so supportive of the programs we've been doing. Absolutely love it. Also, shout out to Delir from Jump DeFi. And then another OG. This is Lucio. Like you don't even see him around, but he's the co-founder of Metapool. That is the liquid staking protocol on Near. And he's the dev behind it. He's a DeFi dev, absolute legend. Also the co-founder of Marinade, which is another liquid staking protocol on Solana. So gotta love it. You just love to see it. And then Web3 Hedge, one of my favorite wallets on Near, Meteor Wallet, came one of the examples of a successful NFT project transitioning to a launchpad, transitioning to a wallet, which to me, like this is my go-to wallet. I use it to develop on Boss. These guys have been completely great to work with. They're always helping with the wallet standards, keeping up to date with the new tech. Like what wallet can actually like change your seed phrase in the UI that has social DB integration. Gotta love it. Bowen is an absolute beast. He is the Near core lead, one of the OG core devs. Like to me, it's absolutely astonishing seeing these core devs, these devs from the start of Near Inc. before it was Pagoda actually starting to run. So like Bowen's doing all the things. Like he's the one pushing the tech right now and leading that, and got to love it. Speaking of pushing the tech and a Near dev, Luis is one of the guys who were actually spun out of Nearing, spun out of Pagoda to build infrastructure. He is the founder of Octopus Network, who is doing great work in terms of interoperability in the Cosmos ecosystem and Near bridging that gap. So got to love it. Shout out to Peter from Near Week. I absolutely love Near Week. I get all my news. I give more information about Near to Near Week than I do our own marketing team. I absolutely love working with Near Week. Shout out to Peter for founding that. So gotta love it. And shout out to my twin Russ from Proof of Vibes. No one, I don't care how much of an OG anybody is, nobody got Near tatted on them. Nobody is putting Near on the back. Like Russ has been doing stuff with him for a while. He's bringing vibes on chain. And he's also the NDC community lead. So shout out to Russ for bringing the community together. Also, shout out to Riley near APAC, near Vietnam, one of the strongest communities in near. Gotta love it. Gotta love seeing them run. Shout out to DW, David Weinstein, Chief of Staff at Near Foundation, one of the people that are leading the Near Atlas, the analytics initiative. He's been absolutely great to work with. So gotta love it. Vote for him. And yeah, shout out to Sahil from Creative DAO. Like Creative DAO doesn't get enough slack, but I love working with him, actually building a bunch of cool products for Creative DAO. So shout out to him. Also, shout out to Tiffany from Pagoda. Love working with her too. She's working on indexers, search and discovery, on for near.org. So that's like, gotta love her. She's a great PM. And then who else? Oh my God, there's so many. Shout out to Maxwell from DevHub. Like Maxwell, he was one of the first external like paid contributors for DevHub, and he's been doing a great job working with the community and interfacing with a bunch of stakeholders. Love to see him coming over from the Denver space. And so yeah, I miss some people. There's some people that I'm actively promoting, but like I gotta give respect to the OGs who've been here for a brick. All right, council of advisors. Oh shoot, second place. Vote for Plug. You should. Shout out to Blaze. Like Blaze has done a great job running Open Charge Alliance, Cheddar Farm, being one of the first validators, like pre-mainnet. And he was the champion behind NDC. Like the NDC almost did not happen. Blaze did all the community work, did all the hard work, and now it's beyond Blaze. Like Blaze is running out here and trying to get your vote, and I highly recommend that you vote for him. But vote for me too. And then Jordan. Jordan, he was like he who brought to you DAOs? Like DAOs and what ecosystem, like what is an ecosystem without DAOs and NFTs? He brought you 10K, he brought you Astro DAO, and he's absolutely great to work with. Always helping me out. Yeah, like I love Jordan. He's one of the like I'll be very upset if the council of advisors doesn't have Jordan. He's absolutely great to work with, and he like I wouldn't like right now I'm running the DAO and NFT builder groups, and like he's the godfather in that respect. So and he's the reason why I run it. He was like, "Yo, you wanna do DAO builder groups?" I'm like, "Okay," and so yeah, I owe it all to Jordan. Shout out to Marie, former MD at Circle, CEO at Near Foundation. I think it's absolutely important to people are saying, hey, Near Foundation shouldn't run in the NDC, but the ultimate goal is to decentralize completely. And at the same time, the money promised to NDC has not been delivered yet, and there could always be more capital allocation if we act effectively. But it means that the Near Foundation needs to be involved and that they are looking and helping define the measure of success and that we're executing accordingly. So I'm not with that. Near Foundation shouldn't be involved. I say like this is an absolutely great, like a great symbol that Near Foundation is getting involved, Pagoda is getting involved, Proximity is getting involved. So yeah, shout out to Sandy, another example of an infrastructure like an infrastructure dev from Nearing from Pagoda spinning out to make Calamaro in this case, where you can deploy your own private shards. So we got Luis, we got Sandy, and then we also, I mean, yeah, Eugene too, and then we also got Alex, the founder of Aurora, Rainbow Bridge, former product lead at Near Inc. for EVM. Like we have all these Aurora mods, all these people. Like this is literally the Aurora founder who built the whole EVM logic as a smart contract on Near. Like they ship absolute great products, and like Aurora is Near, and one of the greatest feats and one of the greatest entry points for people in the Ethereum space coming on to Near, and it's absolutely like an honor to be running against Alex. So definitely vote for him. Shout out to Andrew. He one of the devs in NDC that's actually building out the election. So yeah, also couldn't vote without him. editor-in-chief at Near Week, hero. I literally like he literally amplifies all the like I wouldn't even know what's going on in Near. He's completely supportive. He is what he's the other voice of the streets. He's literally the one taking the voice of the streets and making it mainstream. And yeah, Near Week is absolutely amazing. They're the go-to newsletter. He's the one curating the content. He's the one with the creative direction. He's the one on these streets making sure that we know what we need to know about the Near ecosystem. Shout out to Joe, Ready Layer One, Shard Dog. Ready Layer One was one of the first podcasts I actually listened to. Shout out to Jared. We're gonna get to him, but he is the tech lead behind that. Every Shard Dog drop, he is doing it. The NFT that you mint to actually say that I'm voting, that's him right there. He did that. And he's been doing drops for everyone in the community for free, onboarding. Like he is absolute beast, and he has a 9 to 5. Like I don't even know how he has time to do this, but he is one of them devs that really cares about the community, that is actively building. And yeah, gotta love Joe, gotta vote for him. Shout out to Yassine. He's been the CFO of Near Foundation from the start, which is very important because we need a fiscally responsible council of advisors to advise the House of Merit on how to look at proposal and funding. So like that is absolutely great talent. Also been part of OFP and Be Together. And I'm a regen, so Be Together is one of the OG regen projects supporting nonprofits through NFTs. So gotta love him. He actually onboarded the founder. So shout out to Yassine. Alex Choki, former product at LinkedIn, was at Kraken, was at the founder's office. Before there was Ilya in Pagoda, there was a founder's office where they're cooking up things like Boss. Alex was from there. Now he's the chief product officer of Pagoda. And I absolutely love having him in this role. He's linked me up. He's constantly taking feedback, and he's linked me up with every product person in Pagoda. And it's been great working with him. And it's great to see someone with his experience actually running as well. And so if you believe in Boss and you believe in Pagoda, like this is the guy. Definitely vote for him. Shout out to Sasha, e-learning pro, Learn Near Club founder. Like most of what you're learning on Near, if you've done the Near Certified Developer course, or if you're just testing products, like Sasha is the one championing that also here from the start. Gotta love it, and really excited to see more people integrating with Learn Near Club, putting learning courses, and really excited to see him running as well. Shout out to Matt. People might know me from Blunt Out. We use onboarding tools, and all those tools from Satori to Keepom to Shard Dog, he had a play. Even the wallet, he had a place from that. OG DevRel at Near Inc. Now doing DevRel and investments at Proximity. And if anyone believes in onboarding and UX, like this is the Keepom co-parent. Absolutely receptive, onboarded so many key players into the Near ecosystem. We have some exciting stuff coming up the next couple of quarters that we're working up and cooking up, but definitely vote for Matt. We need him. Shout out to Robert. You got this human SBT to vote. You may got your OG SBT to run. You may got your regen SBT. You may got your vibes SBT. This guy made the standard. He is the NDC tech architect. You couldn't even vote without him. And I've watched him hustle, and he's a regen. You might not know this. He's a regen, and we got some exciting stuff to cook up. And then speaking of NDC GWG tech people, shout out to Jane. I watched Jane transform the direction of NDC. She's absolutely amazing. She is on her shit. Like the last thing you need is to have a task and be late on it, and for Jane to be your PM, because that can't happen. She doesn't let that slide. I'm working with her on the Wallet Builder group. She's one of the PMs that were actually interfacing with the Wallet Builders. She was at Node Experience. She was doing things like Wallet Selector at Pagoda and Fastos. And yeah, she's the one who made this on time. Like she stayed up what to like 7, 8 a.m. making sure that this election is live. One of the biggest hustlers in near board member on ref. Like gotta love Jane. Definitely vote for her. All right, who else? Almost. This guy, I don't even interact with him, but I know he's a gangster. Like I know anytime an OG puts a hit out on something to get done, almost gets it done. He is essentially bring the Asian communities, the Chinas, the Koreas, the Vietnam. That was him at his time at Near. He was a marketing lead, I think, at Near Foundation or Near Inc. And he spun out into MetaWeb VC, which actually funded most of the OG projects, and also Lit Tech, which builds a lot of the tech too. So Amos is an absolute player, a silent killer. Definitely vote for him. It's an absolute honor. Also, shout out to Jeff, nearhub.club, Tamago, NDC chatbot. Like Jeff is an absolute OG, has been supporting the community for the longest time. Got exciting stuff brewing up with AI. Definitely look into him. Try out nearhub.club. Gotta love him. Always been supportive. Shout out to Guillermo, OG DevRel. The documentations you look at is basically written by him. And yeah, he's absolutely chucking it. One of the people behind the scenes. Vote for him for sure. And then who else? Shout out to Ant. Ant is an OG in the space of hip hop. Like, if y'all don't know about Lyricist Lounge, do your research. She's also the NDC marketing lead, also one of the co-founders of Vibes. And we got some exciting stuff on Vibes. Full disclosure, I'm a Vibes guy, guilty. And shout out to Fro. Here's another, like, this guy is that he is one of the core members of DevHub, one of the near core devs. He's literally I'm on every Telegram chat for near devs, and he is literally helping everybody. He's shipping. He shipped the Boss uploader. He shipped the TypeScript, Boss components, starter. He ships so much stuff. Like he's the one onboarding all the devs into the near dev hub. He's working on standards. He's working on the Rust ST. He's literally working on every core piece of infrastructure, and not only a dev who onboards other devs, but who is forward facing. And it's an absolute honor seeing him like actually put in the last minute nomination. So definitely vote for him. OG in the flesh. Yeah. Shout out to Krantz from Creators DAO. I'm gonna skip to Sheldon. Sheldon is he puts in community work. He was running near Miami for a bit, but he is one of the devs at Octopus Network, and yeah, gotta love to see it. I'm really happy that he's running for the Transparency Commission. He's one of the people that I've been pushing to run, so it's awesome to see that absolute OG in the space. Um, let's go into a shout out to Escobar too. But who is super Didier, product dev ref, co-founder at Pike Speak. He's the one built the DAO metrics dashboard along with Francois. Techstar mentors got that Web 2 background, but he's the one going to be providing you all the analytics, the indexer that the election runs on. Absolutely community player, and yeah, gotta love like to see him vote, and been honestly great to work with. So vote for Didier. I'm getting tired. That's why there's too many candidates out here. Shout out to Wax. Shout out to Jared. Ready Layer One co-founder, Shard Dog co-founder. It's actually other than AVB, even before AVB, I was really listening to Ready Layer One first. And I remember I invited him down to Miami for a hacker house, and literally interviewed every stakeholder. Gotta love him. Always been supported. Came out on his own dime. We actually set him up in one of them tour buses. It was kind of a funny experience. So shout out to him. Jed's the guy. We're building some dope stuff on Neurify with quadratic funding. He's been low key player, but yeah, just got to give him a shout out. Shout out to Rect Degen, one of the tech guys behind Meteor Wallet, the co-founder. Again, successful wallet project. Gotta love it. Like, vote for him. Like, if you love wallets, if you love the NFT ecosystem, vote for Rect Degen. All right, who is, yeah, shout out to William for Creative DAO. Who else is shout out to AVB, also another voice of the streets, outspoken guy. I'm surprised he was running. We did a podcast and he was like, I'm not gonna run, but he's running. That's what I'm saying. These OGs are coming out the blue. He was BD at Metapool. Like, again, most of the research and the information I look out for comes from Alpha Leaks, comes from wild user interviews. He is on it and he'd be great for the Transparency Commission. He's not afraid to call people out. So yeah, shout out to AVB and watch wild user interviews. I'm really tired. I skipped a lot of people, to be honest, but yeah. Shout out to Danny. She was at Consensus. She was there with Joe Lubin. She was there with Ilya at the start. She's at MetaWeb Ventures. She's also one of the core people at Eat Denver, Ethereum, Near, OG, not afraid to speak out, has been speaking out. And yeah, she's actually the first Near person I ever interacted with. So shout out to her. Yeah, and True Regen. Like, she was the only one. So Near is the first carbon neutral blockchain, and she was the one really pushing that. And so I really appreciate her running. I really want you guys to vote for her. She'd be great for the Transparency Commission. Jared, AVB, Danny, like Sheldon, Didier, they're checking on chain, they're being vocal. I highly recommend you vote for them. I missed a lot of people. There's a lot of people, like, I recommended more than 7 people for the Council of Advisors. I'm running for the Council of Advisors, but like, these people are qualified, they're OGs, and it's an honor to run amongst them. But put me in your vote. And so yeah, it's a long video. I didn't actually open up all the nominations and stuff like that. Like, you can open that up too, see what's good. I just kind of freestyled off the top of my head. But remember to vote if you gave them your faith. If you're on the gray list, put down that 300 near. F it, just vote. You get it back. It's been Plug. Vote for Plug. Peace.